Hollow Creek, a place where time seemed to stand still, where the hustle and bustle of the modern world felt like a distant echo. Population 2,481. Each resident a familiar face, each story intertwined with the fabric of this quaint town. A sleepy town, nestled amidst rolling hills. The fog rolled in each morning, blanketing the town in a serene, almost mystical silence. Life moved slow, like the creek itself. The gentle flow of water mirrored the unhurried pace of daily life. Days were filled with routine, the same faces, the same places, a comforting cycle that rarely changed. Children hopped off school buses, their laughter echoing through the streets. Parents returned from work, their footsteps a familiar rhythm. The aroma of dinner filled the air, a sense of normalcy. Or so they thought. Evenings were quiet, families gathered indoors, sharing stories of their day. The glow of televisions flickered, a peaceful silence settled. The hum of nightly routines, a comforting backdrop to the town's tranquility. Little did they know, this tranquility wouldn't last. Beneath the surface of this serene town, something was stirring, something that would soon shatter the peace they had always known. Dawn broke, but something was different. No birdsong, no rustling leaves. An unsettling silence hung in the air. People emerged from their homes, confused looks exchanged.
Something was wrong, but what?
The silence was unnerving, a sign of something sinister. The usually bustling streets were deserted, no children playing, no cars passing. The silence was deafening, amplifying the growing fear. Rumors began to spread like wildfire. Whispers of strange occurrences, unexplained events. The town was on edge. Some dismissed it as silly superstition. Others couldn't shake off the feeling that something was terribly wrong. Fear was contagious.
Days turned into nights. The silence remained. A palpable tension filled the air. The townsfolk of Hollow Creek were trapped in a nightmare.
Sheriff Brody, a man of logic, a pillar of strength. He refused to panic. He had to find answers for his town. He gathered his deputies, a sense of urgency in his voice.
They had to investigate every nook and cranny, leave no stone unturned.
The investigation began, house-to-house searches, interviews conducted, but every lead led to a dead end. The mystery deepened. The evidence was irrefutable. People were missing, vanished without a trace, their belongings left untouched. It was as if they had been plucked from their lives in an instant, leaving behind only the echoes of their existence. The half-finished cup of tea, the open book, the still spinning fan, all silent witnesses to an inexplicable event. Days turned into weeks, and the mystery deepened, as if they had simply ceased to exist. The calendar marked the passage of time, each crossed-off day a reminder of the growing void. The empty chair, once a place of comfort, now a symbol of absence. Dust settled, undisturbed, in rooms that had once been filled with life.
Theories ran wild. Alien abduction, a mass exodus. Whispers filled the air, each more outlandish than the last. The conspiracy board grew cluttered with photos, strings, and notes, each piece a desperate attempt to make sense of the senseless. Headlines screamed of alien abductions and secret government experiments, feeding the frenzy. But none of it made sense. The more theories emerged, the more confusion reigned. Detectives pored over clues, their frustration mounting with each dead end. Wild and implausible theories only added to the chaos, leaving everyone grasping at straws.
The lack of answers fueled the fear. It was a mystery that hung over the town like a dark cloud. The streets, once bustling with activity, now lay empty and silent. The foggy forest path, once a place of solace, now seemed menacing. The deserted town square at dusk, a haunting reminder of what had been lost. The town held its breath, waiting, hoping for a miracle. Anxious faces peered out of windows, searching for any sign of their loved ones. The playground, once filled with laughter, now stood deserted, the swings swaying in the wind like ghostly reminders. People gathered in the town square, their silence a testament to their shared fear and hope. But deep down, a chilling realization dawned. The shadows that moved across dark rooms, the widening eyes of realization, the old clock ticking ominously, all pointed to a truth too terrifying to accept. Hollow Creek was no longer safe. The abandoned houses with broken windows, the empty roads, the boarded-up shops, all were signs of a town in the grip of fear. The once thriving community now stood on the brink of collapse, its future uncertain, its past a haunting mystery. As if mirroring their fear, a thick fog rolled in, blanketing the town in an eerie silence. Visibility reduced to mere feet.
The fog was different, unnatural. It seemed to pulsate as if alive, whispering secrets. The townsfolk felt trapped, suffocated.
The fog brought with it a new wave of terror. It was as if the town itself was closing in on them. The old clock tower stood tall in the town square, its clock face frozen at 3:17, the exact time. The silence fell. Some whispered. It was a clue, a message, but from whom? The clock tower became a symbol of the mystery, a haunting reminder.
Sheriff Brody stared at the clock face, his gut churning. He knew the answer lay within, but how could a clock hold the key?
A search party was formed. Volunteers, driven by desperation, they ventured into the fog, hoping to find their missing loved ones. The fog played tricks on their minds, whispering their deepest fears, creating illusions. The search party was losing hope.
Hours turned into days. The search continued, but the missing remained lost. The fog had swallowed them whole.
A breakthrough, a child's shoe, found on the outskirts of town. The same brand, worn by one of the missing children. Hope flickered. Could there be survivors? The townsfolk clung to this glimmer of hope. Renewed determination fueled the search.
But as quickly as it appeared, the hope faded. The fog seemed to mock their efforts, hiding its secrets, protecting its prey.
Years have passed, the seasons have changed, and the world outside has moved on. Yet, here in Hollow Creek, time seems to stand still. The fog remains, a constant reminder of the mystery that haunts Hollow Creek. It rolls in every morning, thick and impenetrable, as if it carries the whispers of the past. The missing are never far from their thoughts. Every glance at an empty chair, every look at a family photo brings back memories of those who vanished without a trace. Life goes on, but it's different now. The laughter of children in the playground has been replaced by an eerie silence. The streets, once bustling with activity, now lie deserted. A shadow hangs over the town. It's a shadow of uncertainty, of fear, and of unanswered questions. The townsfolk go about their daily lives, but the weight of the unknown is ever present. A constant fear that it could happen again. The question remains, what if the fog returns to claim more lives? What if the mystery deepens, leaving more families in despair?
What happened to Hollow Creek? Where did they go? These questions echo through the minds of the residents, haunting their dreams and their waking moments. Some believe they are trapped in the fog, forever lost. They speak of ghostly figures seen wandering the woods, of voices calling out from the mist. But one thing is certain, the town will never be the same. The sense of community, the feeling of safety has been shattered. The mystery of the missing town will never truly be solved. It lingers like the fog itself, a permanent part of Hollow Creek's identity. And so the town waits, hoping for answers that may never come.